yes, I did it. I packed up my life in the tropical paradise of Mauritius and moved over 14,000 kilometers to this. Welcome to my very first official Toronto vlog. I'm Nia, your Persian Travelista, and today I'm taking you along on my massive moving day journey. We're talking long layovers, surprisingly good airplane champagne, and my very first steps into the glittering skyline of Toronto. Let's go! When you are moving across the world, the journey is half the battle. I had a layover in the UK, just trying to stretch my legs and wrap my head around the fact that my life was completely changing. But honestly, British Airways made the transition so much easier. Who says airplane food has to be boring? We had delicious meals. And yes, I absolutely popped some champagne at 3,000 feet to celebrate this new chapter. Cheers to new beginnings. Stepping out into Toronto for the first time is a total culture shock, in the best way possible. The scale of this city is insane. My first stop, the Eaton Centre and Dundas Square. It gives major Times Square vibes, and the energy here is just electric. Walking into the Eaton Centre isn't just walking into a mall. It feels like stepping into a giant glass spaceship. It was actually designed to resemble a famous glass galleria in Italy.
Coffee with this paper, my lady in the can, wore different shoes again. Sitting on the bus, the two were just thinking of their love long ago. No, Mr. Baker received his draft papers with a conscience clean at 18. 7 out his time, and without knowing why, he went alone to Paris. Lady McCann had run away again. That's where she grabbed different shoes. She always needed a place that she could breathe in. So she went alone to Paris, France. And that's all that
Just a few blocks away, I stumbled into Nathan Phillips Square. Seeing people ice skating right in the middle of the city with a giant Toronto sign glowing in the background felt like I was in a movie. But the craziest part is the contrast. Right next to this super modern square is Old City Hall. It's this massive gorgeous stone building from 1800s, complete with giant clock tower and literal gargoyles carved into the stone. It's like a piece of Hogwarts sitting right in the middle of downtown. By the way, I'm brand new to Toronto, which means we're going to learn everything about this city together. If you are planning on moving to Canada, immigrating to Toronto, or you just want the ultimate travel guide, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now. I'm going to be exploring every single corner of the city, sharing all my travel tips and showing you exactly what living in Toronto is really like for an immigrant. You won't want to miss it. But what I already love about Toronto is that it's not just skyscrapers and shopping malls. Just a short walk from the chaos, you hit Lake Ontario. Coming from an island, being near the water is so important to my soul, and seeing this massive ocean-like lake made me feel right at home. The parks, the art, the scenery, it's the perfect balance. Fun fact, Lake Ontario is so massive that it actually creates its own microclimate for the city, and it provides the drinking water for millions of people. It literally gives life to Toronto. While exploring the waterfront, I found this incredibly moving hidden gem called Irland Park. Tucked away right by the lake, there are these five hauntingly beautiful bronze statues. They commemorate the Irish immigrants who arrived in Toronto back in 1847, seeking refuge and a new beginning after a long, difficult journey across the ocean. Then I saw the Inukshuk. This is a massive figure made of stack stones created by an Inuit artist. In indigenous culture, these stone figures were historically used as compasses or markers to guide travelers safely across harsh landscapes. It's a symbol of hope, friendship, and safe journeys. This journey from Mauritius to Toronto has been exhausting, beautiful, and completely surreal. I'm so excited to call this place home. Thank you so much for joining me on this huge life milestone. If you want to see more Toronto travel, neighborhood tours, and real talk about immigrating to Canada, subscribe to Persian Travelista. Leave a comment below telling me where you are watching from, and I'll see you in the next video.